Hello, and welcome to Creating with Colleen, where I will teach you what to do. I may teach you what not to do, but I promise to teach you something. Now, first of all, I want to apologize for my voice. Thankfully, I feel great. I've been able to do everything I wanted to do, but my body is trying to catch a cold and it doesn't know if it wants to keep it or let it go. I'm kind of in limbo. But since I am able to do what I want to do, I am thankful for that. So just know this is not my normal voice, but if I was afraid if I didn't do this video now, I would miss the opportunity since Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So the bundle that I'm using is the From My Heart Suite. And this is from the brand new Stampin' Up catalog, the Handmade for You Spring Summer catalog. And there are some amazing products in here. So this suite, From My Heart, is one of them. I really didn't know if I needed this or not because I'm not a huge Valentine's person, but I have used it over and over again and I absolutely love it. It has coordinating designer paper called From My Heart, and it's a specialty paper because it's a foil paper, and then it coordinates with the punches I'll show you in just a moment. So you get 12 sheets, you get the designs here on each side, 2 sheets of each. This is probably my favorite because one of the heart punches coordinates with this designer paper. Here's another one. We're going to be using this today. Normally I have a paper sampler made up by now, but I just haven't had time to get it done yet. But you can see just how pretty this designer paper is. Now the bundle itself comes with the heartfelt stamp set, and if you purchase it together with the punches, you actually save 10%. It comes with 2 punches. You have this beautiful scallop punch, and then you just have a regular heart punch, and the 2 punches coordinate together as well as they coordinate with the stamp set. So now this card here, this was one of the first ones I made. And this is the Parisian Flourish folder. And that is also in the catalog, and it's absolutely beautiful, but it's even prettier when you take our white craft pad and just drag it across the top. A direct-to-paper technique that my friend Melissa Ellis showed me, and I love it. And we have the doilies that coordinate with this, and I just have to show you, the card typically should not open like this, but I had actually put all this together, and since this was a textured piece, I used a Tombow green glue, and that is like welding paper together. You're not going to get them apart, so instead of destroying my card, it's just going to be a front open card. How's that? It still works, and like this, it's still beautiful. So I will show both of these cards on my blog. If you go to creatingwithcolleen.typepad.com, and I'll list everything that I used to create them. But this is a card that I want to show you how to make today. And again, it's simple, but it was a lot of fun to make. So what I'm going to do first, I'll give you my measurements. I have a piece of Flirty Flamingo cardstock, and it's 5.5 by 5 3/4, and I scored it at 4 1/4. So this here is my main base piece. My designer paper that I have is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then the real red piece is 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm simply going to take this and put it across the top here, like that. If it hangs off a little bit, I'm snip that up. Being too short would drive me to, well, I won't tell you what it drive me to do. It really bothered me if it was too short, so cut it a little bit longer and you can even it up. Now for this piece, what I will do is I'm just going to put my adhesive on the top flap, and I want to center this up at the bottom, like that, and then just close it. So see how quick and easy it's coming together? Next, I'm going to cut my heart here. So I'm going to use the heart without the scallop, and I'm going to center it this way, and then to make sure it's even, look at this right edge. So I could just put it right here, got it centered up, save that. It's the first makings to another card. And I have punched my heart, just like that. Now for this heart, again, my favorite designer paper in there matches the punch. I love how Stampin' Up! Is doing that with their dies and with their punches. And rumor has it that this little red heart actually can be punched with the dog punch, because there's a little heart on there on the dog punch, and it's just slightly smaller than that, but at least you don't have to fussy cut something that small. So I'm just going to get it out of the way. And then I'm going to slide this in here. I will line it up. And then this will be my heart to go in the center. Now in the middle of this, I wanted to put the arrow, but the arrow actually is not as long as I needed it to be. I don't know that you can, let me see if I hold this heart up. If I put it here, I guess it does stick out enough, but I wanted it to stick out even longer. So I'm going to show you a little trick with this. I just took a pencil. Here we go. And I just put a little bit of a mark here and a little bit of a mark there, because I want to pull my arrow out a little bit past this and the tail a little bit past that. So I'll just take a piece of scrap paper, and it doesn't matter what it looks like inside the heart because that's going to be covered, but I want to protect it where it would come out the other side. I'm going to take some black Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp my the arrow on this side. Then I'm going to cover this end, and I can kind of use this line as a guide, because again, it does not matter what the inside looks like. But this way, when I put my heart over it, it'll look like it's shooting across. Now, I don't know, I guess I could try to see, if I was to actually place this on there, if I would see the pencil. I don't think I do, but just in case, I'm just going to take a little white eraser and take some of that pencil off of there. It would drive me nuts. Okay, so now what I will do, I think I just put my heart in there, but thankfully it was on the back side. Now what I will do is I'll take this, put on my adhesive, and I actually want to put it through the front. So I'll do like this, and then when I open it, you have your heart going through, the arrow going through your heart, but yet you see it in the window on the front. So next, I'm going to tie the ribbon on. This also comes with beautiful specialty ribbon, which should be right here in front of me. Doggone it. Hold on. Oh, okay. I am so sorry. True confessions. It was right in front of me. It usually is. But what I'm going to do is I will tie it around here. Unfortunately, I don't know how to edit a video, so we're just going to roll. And so I've put it through the top here. I will pull this, put my finger there, and then when I do the knot, I'm going to try to leave my finger in here as long as I can and hope that this here will come out pretty smooth. And then I'll trim the edge. Like that. Ow. Okay. Now I have this little ruffle here, so I want to show you how I made that. I actually just take a piece of the Flirty Flamingo, and you want to cut your smooth heart first. Punch that first. Then you can take your ruffled heart. And by doing that, let me look at it first so I can get it right. But by doing that, I can see the edge, and I'm just going to punch it out. Now, a great thing to use is our silicone rubber mat, because I was going to try to put the liquid Tombow on here, but I was afraid that it would just make too much of a mess. So I'm just going to take my snail adhesive, and what's so nice is it does not stick to my silicone mat. With paper, it does. And the only other thing I really want to make sure is since this is where the ribbon is going, you have a good little amount there. And then I will put this on. There you go. Just take your finger and rub it off if there's a little bit there. Need an angle. There we go. So actually, the front of my card is done. And now for the inside, just to finish my heart here, I will take a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I will say this, with a clear photopolymer stamp, they stamp great. You can just get a lot of detail. They're just very crisp. And then I'm going to take the Memento black ink and stamp from my heart to yours. And of course, a punch. I love punches. It's just quick and easy to create. A little more adhesive. And there you go. Very simple, but definitely a lot of fun. Give it to someone you love. So again, I will post both of these cards on my blog, and you can go there, and I will have all the supplies listed. So if you have any questions, please send me an email and let me know. And again, this was probably not my sharpest video, but I just wanted to get it made so that you could see this card, and hopefully you can bless somebody for Valentine's Day. So thank you so much. May you have a blessed day. May all your days be creative days. Take care.